Do you think that your real estate business would improve if you were the prototypical mayor of your town? Well, today we're going to talk about hyper-local marketing, hopefully throw you some ideas, and absolutely empower you to go out and take over market share in your local area. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? Jeremy Kane, Real Estate Agent Playbook, helping agents win every single day at the game of real estate. I hope this video or this podcast finds you well. Please like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. And if you're listening on podcast, please share with your favorite real estate agent. And if you're so inclined, leave me a 5-star review. We're really growing this community and just bringing you all of the up-to-date information as we go. So let's dive in. I'm sure you've heard that taking over your local market and, kind of dominating around your neighborhood is a very traditional way to go. Today, I'm going to give you 10 ideas on how to insert your dominance into that community and absolutely take over. So let's start off. Number 1, community event sponsorships. This is key in, across the board, small towns, anything. If you have, a farmer's market or, if you have a high school, sporting event that your kiddos are playing in or whatever, anything in the community to sponsor and help out that community to those, places where absolutely the donations are acceptable and go to good use. Take advantage of that. Those community events are certainly key in bringing the community together, and there is not a problem with you being at a community event and being the real estate agent that's supporting that and propping that up and always on people's minds, because as people cycle through the community, if they're leaving, they're going to call you. If they're coming, they're going to, get to know you. And so it's a great opportunity to meet people, build relationships. And of course, it's hyper local. It's where you're already going. Maybe you already take the family to the fair that's, in your county or in your city. Like, just go and maybe you have a booth there. Maybe you have the dunking booth at the high school homecoming parade or whatever you can do to, have some brand awareness, but give back to that community in ways that are more fun and not necessarily, hey, here's your calendar for the year, with my face all over it and that kind of stuff. So community events are absolutely massive. The next is local market reports. Have these on hand so that you're ready to go. I know a lot of the CRMs have them built in and so on, but if we have that local market report, we can, easily, bridge that conversation from, just kind of small talk to, hey, I have this, community market report I can send you right now. What's your email? Boom, send it out. Now you're collecting their data and you're building that relationship and transitioning it from, a community friend or whatever to, the real estate resource. So those local market reports are absolutely key. I like to do them in video, so you can have a video that you can, send links to, grow your YouTube channel. All those things are absolutely key, but also, hey, friend me on Facebook or like my business page. I do a community market report every single month or whatever. So there's multiple ways to do it. Some people just have a PDF that they send out, or CRMs will send kind of some basic info out as well. But this is absolutely key to your success, is having some of these items of value in your area of expertise. Next, let's talk about neighborhood guides. I met with the homes.com guy, and he said that they're really focusing on building these neighborhood video tours and getting into the communities and doing this. So if somebody like homes.com, owned by CoStar, who's looking to take out Zillow's doing it, it might be something that the consumer's looking at, right? They're spending their hard-earned money, but what they can't do is make it hyper local from a perspective of somebody that's in that community. They're just paying someone to drive around and film some things and do that piece, where you can absolutely be that guy that's providing a neighborhood guide, right? Where's the best places to eat that the locals go? All of these things that you can provide as a member in that community that these big, tech companies cannot. So building that neighborhood guide, talking all about the amenities and the schools and everything that you're already immersed in, where your target avatar would be like, hey, I need that information quickly, whether that's a video, a one sheet or whatever. Make neighborhood guides and differentiate. And you say, well, Jeremy, like, I live in one neighborhood, I can't do them for all. Certainly you can, because as, especially in the bigger cities, these little suburbs, these little downtowns, these little, nooks and neighborhoods are very different. And so building those community tours and those guides is absolutely a way to become very well known in those communities. The next is optimize your Google business page. This is probably a very underutilized piece, and it's difficult. Google makes it very difficult to get, verified and all the things, but stay with the fight. I've never heard of anyone not being able to do it. It has taken multiple times, but this Google business page, certainly drive your, testimonials to that, so there's somewhere to go. But you can also check into local restaurants, leave reviews. I just got a notification that my Christmas light tour got that's 40,000th view, like my picture that I posted, right, of the lights over here at Bandimere Speedway by my house, and 40,000 views. That's 40,000 people that see that Jeremy Kane, realtor in Denver in the suburbs, is in the community. And that's, unfortunately, I'm going to be honest, that's the only review I've done in the last 4 months. Maybe I should do more of those. But this Google business page is a place to, kind of a database to own your testimonials and do all of those things, but also outwardly engage with the community and provide those testimonials. And every person that's looking to eat at, Taco John's down the street is going to see your name, and maybe that could be lucrative at some point. The next is hyperlocal content creation. For those of you that are on YouTube and Instagram doing the things like interviewing business owners, right? Interviewing those small businesses, giving them free ways to get their business out, right? Not a lot of businesses are out there on video. So if you're doing an interview, hey, what's your mission? What's your passion? What's your story? All of this stuff. What do you do? What do you do for the community, right? Giving them a platform to talk, and then blast that out when people are in the area looking for, a restaurant or a benefit to donate to or whatever. That could come up, and you're going to be hyper local with those tags and keywords, and they're going to also share it, right? So this is a good way to grow your audience through their audience. Maybe they have a really good Facebook, following because they've been on it since the beginning and haven't really managed it, but people, put stuff up there, funny stuff, or, there's a community that goes back and forth. Well, if you say, hey, check out this YouTube video I did with the local realtor, well, then that's going to bring all of that audience onto your channel and hopefully, generate some brand recognition at the very least, if not generate some other, businesses saying, hey, would you do that for me? Or, hey, you did that. That's really cool. I want to, support the people that are close with the people that I support. Let's talk about buying a house or whatever. So you're out there and just highlighting the community, and no better way to become, the prototypical mayor of your town than propping up these small business owners and getting involved in that community that way. The next is obviously partnerships with local businesses. Some things that I've done in the past is, hey, 10% off, your furnace cleaning before the winter with this HVAC company. Different initiatives that people are doing. Come and partner with people, right? Hey, free buyer consultation when, you mention whatever at the ice cream shop, or there's a ton of things you can do. So come in partnership and understand that it is a partnership, right? It goes both ways. Hey, I'm going to provide you this free marketing. If you ever need anything with real estate, let me know. Or if anybody, can I leave my cards here? Whatever, that looks like, is absolutely a way to kind of continue to build that momentum and continue to build that community recognition. The next thing you can do is community residence, right? Talk to some of your past clients and say, hey, I'm going to have a video crew. We're going to go talk to some clients and talk about what it's like. What's your advice for people that are moving here? Maybe you have somebody move from Texas, and that's, a lot of people are moving from Texas, right? Or maybe you're in California and people are moving away or whatever, and you're talking about people's experience, what's going on, because people are going to relate to those stories, right? If I'm in California looking to move to Colorado and I see, moving from California to Colorado, boom, this pops up. It's an actual resident that Jeremy worked with who's now talking about their experience and how their transition has been, what they like about Colorado, what they miss about California. And then that story relates, and then you're the resource to make that happen. And so those community interviews are huge. Obviously, local heroes. Maybe there's a small sports team or something that, you can get in, or a college, or, anything like that. Those people are always willing to kind of share their stories and do the things. So that's the next thing, is interview these community people. Interview the community mayor. There's a guy in Utah that's doing a really good job right now, going around superintendent, mayor, business owners, and he's just sitting down having conversations. What's the future look like? Why did we do this? What have you seen from this? And it's just kind of peeling back the curtain just a little bit, and he's the resource that's making that happen. So super cool. ideas around that and just interviewing community members as well. Next is a community page on a website. Obviously, these Facebook groups, Nextdoor has kind of made it known that if you have these hyper-local groups, you can definitely, if you own them, you can kind of control the narrative and control who's in there and make that community go and make it, you know, a bunch of people sharing stories and sharing, you know, referrals. And if you create that environment in your community, it's definitely a good thing. So those community pages, driving people to your website, talking about, you know, different community events or whatever you're looking at, if you're getting hyper local, this is something that you can absolutely do. And then the next is outwardly engage with similar groups, right? Be a part, be a resource in those. It's not all about getting and getting and getting. What are you giving? Because the more you give, the better it will be. And so get into the Nextdoors and share your experiences. And if someone needs an electrician, drive your business to those business partners that you have set up, because they will then return the favor. Hey, how'd you get that guy? Oh, well, he just posted on Nextdoor and I knew you could take care of him. I knew it was in your service area, and bam, here we go. So utilize that, utilize your relationships, be that connector, and utilize these groups and these strategies as a consumer, as well as, you know, maybe an admin or whatever. So I hope these helped you kind of get some ideas, stir up some ideas about becoming hyper local in your advertising and marketing efforts, because truthfully, most of these things that I just mentioned, you can absolutely do for free. All it's going to do is cost you your time, which obviously that's important. But if you're being strategic and you're building this and you're all of a sudden the go-to real estate agent because you've interviewed the go-to, you know, hairstylist and the go-to, you know, rental car company and the go-to bookstore and all these things, then you've kind of developed a community of the go-tos. And that's exactly what we want to do in this industry. If there's any ideas that you have had success with, please comment below. If you're interested in developing a plan, I'd be happy to book a call with you, the Realtor Game Plan call below. And thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, share the podcast, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.